Hi, my name's Kaz from www.breakawayspirit.com. Our mission is to inspire and empower people to break away from the limiting beliefs that hold them back in life and to open their minds to new opportunities for happiness and success. We encourage our subscribers to live by the values of honour, courage, passion, purpose and charity, as these values are the perfect foundation for success in all areas of your life. So often we have dreams of a happy, successful lifestyle, but something holds us back from making that dream a reality. There are many people throughout the world who have overcome their self-doubt, followed their hearts and created the lifestyle of their dreams. Knowing that it can sometimes be hard for you to find these people, we've brought them to you. So today I'd like to introduce you to Amanda Tallent. Amanda is CEO of Bennetts Boots and the mastermind behind It Fit's Curvy community of fashion. Amanda's philosophy is to create a world that fits instead of a world in which we have to fit. Amanda's a highly successful business owner, and she's put her hand up to share her story of following her dream to success in the hope that she'll inspire you to do the same. So welcome, Amanda.
Hello.
Thanks so much for sharing your story with us today.
Absolute pleasure.
Okay, so can you give us a little bit of background about your business?
Okay, I started Bennetts Boots about 2007. It came from a need more than anything. I was dragging my poor boyfriend, now husband, around to about 20 different stores trying to find boots that zipped up over my calves. I was really skinny and little at the time. I was only a size 10 and quite fit, but still nothing fitted my calves.
Okay.
And a friend of mine said, "Oh, why don't you get some made?" And I sort of said with indignantly, "No, that's embarrassing. I can't get them made. There's got to be something out there." Anyway, I was overseas at the time, and I came back for a week holiday here, and I actually did find a pair that I just squeezed into. And my friend said to me, "Oh, I love your boots, they're fabulous." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, aren't they?" I was so excited. And they go, "Oh, but I can't fit into boots. They're all too narrow for me." And I didn't say a thing. I was just, "Oh, okay." I just started to think about that a bit, about how embarrassed I was about not being able to fit into boots.
Yeah.
And how I wouldn't even tell my friends or anything like that. And I decided, well, you know what, maybe there is something in it. And I started to ask around a little bit without even telling anyone I had the issue.
Yeah.
And found out that it wasn't just a few people, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Then decided, well, let's give it a try. I'll do markets on the weekend selling some boots that are a bit wider and see how it goes. And now we're a multi-million-dollar business that sells to 24 countries and have stores, and it hasn't stopped.
Fantastic. Okay, so when you first came up with the idea, were there any emotional hurdles that you had to overcome?
The embarrassment of not being perfect, or what my perception of perfect was. Obviously, if you start a business or even in a job, you associate yourself as being a part of that, especially when you start the business. So by starting a business in wide calf boots, I was actually admitting to the world that I had wide calves, that I was imperfect in some way.
Okay.
And that was actually quite a big emotional hurdle, but it was also the driving force.
Yeah, good.
At the same time, knowing that, okay, this is just stupid, logically, but the emotion behind it was still embarrassment.
Okay, so you actually turned it into a driving force, and that made that work for you.
Yeah. Logically, I knew it was stupid to be embarrassed about something that is evident now that it's not me at all. It's the fashion industry not supplying to the masses. Like 62% of women can't fit into boots, so that's a majority, not a minority. So it's not us not being the right size. It's the manufacturers not making it in the right size.
Okay, good. So what character traits or personal beliefs do you think you had to take on to get this business up and running?
Ooh, lots. I think I'm a totally different person now to who I was when I started. The self-belief was the biggest journey and still is, even now, because you sort of push one level and then you need to push the next one and so forth as you go up. I think the biggest character traits would be being able to see the good things when bad things happen. So, for example, I got a whole group of man-made leather boots, wide cuff boots made. That was what we first made. Came over to a Melbourne shoe fair and launched our brand. It was the cheapest, crappiest stand in the whole place. We put everything we had into it, and we got huge response saying, "Wow, fantastic idea, wide cuff boots." At the time, they weren't around. Mm-hmm. We were one of the first to start it. And they all said, "Fantastic, but we don't want them in man-made leather. We want them in leather." Now, we invested everything we had into just getting that far, and to be sort of knocked back so dramatically was really tough. But just looking at it going, okay, yes, that sucked. That really was hard to realise that all the work we'd done hadn't worked. And then stand back and go, but the positive side is that people did want wide calves. You know, we've proven there's a market there, just not for what we had.
Okay.
So maybe the ability to change.
Yeah, and finding the positive in every situation.
Yeah. But listening to what people are saying is probably a key part as well in that.
Becoming a good listener. Okay. What are some of the common problems that you found while setting up the business? So technical, logistical, or product sourcing?
I think our personal biggest problem was that we grew so fast. Now, I know a lot of businesses don't get to have that problem, which is it's a good problem in a lot of ways. But when you grow very fast, cash flow can kill you, and that's nearly killed us a few times over the years that we just couldn't keep up with it. So problems would be keeping the cash flow working properly and controlling the growth.
Yeah.
Technical issues would be keeping up with technology. So with what's happening, we started on selling online, but online has changed very fast. Give you an example of it. Last year we spent a couple of $1,000 getting a Facebook shopping cart set up and branding the whole Facebook and getting that all done to a professional level. And that was wiped a couple of months ago. All that work and all that investment into that was wiped when Facebook updated the way it sets up and looks. So we had to pretty much start from scratch to get that looking and working the way, and the whole shopping cart system doesn't seem to be working at this stage. So technology is a massive one.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me an example of how living with honour has helped you attain the results you have? So if we said that honour is personal integrity and staying true to your own beliefs and values, how do you think that's helped you attain your results?
I think there's so many ways that it has. But one of the key ways I think has been with our customers. I call them mine. With our customers, a lot of the times, for example, we sell out really quickly, and then people have to pre-order, and there'll be a delay or something along those lines. So if somebody didn't want to wait or had an issue or whatever, we always would honour that and refund them, and things along those lines. I think that has been one of the key elements. The other one is the pricing. When we first came out, because practically the only people doing wide calf at the time, we got into a few different stores selling wholesale, and we were selling our boots at around the $3.50 mark, and we put them into the wholesale stores. So there are other shoe stores who were selling them, and they came back to us and said, look, you really should be selling them at, at least $100 to $150 more. We could get that for them because of basically the quality and the fact that they fitted. Yeah. And I said, no. They could change it if they wanted to, and some did. But I said, no, we're keeping it at that price point because I couldn't get boots for so long, and I didn't want people to miss out because the cost was too high for them.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so do you recognise that it's taking courage for you to reach this point in the business?
Oh, yes. Yeah. A lot of guts, and not just mine. It's been a massive roller coaster with heaps of ups and downs and rounds. that sometimes it's taken me to say, okay, we can do this, and be courageous and just hold our breath and go for it. And other times I've been worried and it would be either Matt, my husband, saying, no, it's okay, we can do this, and he's been the strong one at the time. And then other times it's been our other business partner occasion who's said, no, we can do this. So the courage has come from sort of the team effort. It's hard to be strong when things seem out of control. It's really hard to have courage to do it, but I think most days it takes a bit of courage to push to the next level.
Sure, and it's great to have that support as well.
Oh, huge. Yeah, absolutely huge.
So what do you think would have happened if you hadn't acted with courage? Where would you be now?
We wouldn't be in business. We would have given up the first time we, went in with the man-made leather boots, and they said, no, we don't want them. To go to the leather, we had to, refinance our house and go to a point where we couldn't afford to keep our house if it didn't work. Yeah. And that took a lot of courage to do that. And if we hadn't done that, then nothing else would have continued. And that sort of scenario has come up many times over the years now.
Yeah, and I guess that's living with honour as well, staying true to your beliefs, and you're even prepared to put your own personal assets on the line.
Well, actually, the hardest part was when we brought on an investor, and we did it wrong, but you don't know until you've done it.
That's right.
I was pregnant at the time and worried, how are we going to make this work, and thought, we were growing fast, we needed extra cash to get enough boots in. Brought on an investor, he put in $250,000, and the business just boomed because we had enough stock. Well, still wasn't enough stock to supply, but it was a lot more than we had previously. But he was the wrong investor. He didn't have the same sort of values that we did. My driving force has been pretty much that I couldn't get it, so I don't want anybody else to feel the way that I felt, that shame. Yep. And his driving force was purely the dollars, so he's happy to sort of cut off parts of the market to make the money, which I do get. I totally understand that side. You do need to be, smart in the way you run the business, but it just went against my core values of, that we all deserve boots that fit. We all deserve to feel good about ourselves, regardless of what size and what God's given us.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I guess that leads into my next question. That's about passion. And if you're not passionate about that, you're passionate about making other people not have to feel that feeling of shame. And how important do you think that's been in creating your success?
Everything. And it's not that I have it every day. It's not like I wake up and go, yeah, life's great and so forth. I still go up and go, oh my God, what am I doing? But when it comes down to the tough decisions, if I didn't have that core belief that I'm making a difference, I wouldn't trust that I'd be able to go that extra mile.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the magazine. I had no idea how to produce a magazine. Had no idea what I was doing, but this will make a difference. People will feel good. So I just started. And that wouldn't have happened without that sort of, mentality.
Yeah, sure. Okay, big question now. What do you believe your purpose in life is?
I think there's many. I think to use all the skills and talents and gifts I've been given to the best of my ability at the time.
Okay.
Like, when I was younger, I made a difference in, say, for example, when I was 16, I was the youngest drama teacher in Australia, and I taught disabled kids drama. And it was disabled kids and disadvantaged kids. So you got kids that lived on the street doing plays with kids with major disabilities and so forth. And that was obviously hugely challenging, but also hugely rewarding. And the difference I made just to those kids' lives, more funny enough to the abled kids than the disabled kids, that was absolutely massively rewarding, and I really felt that I had a purpose of being there. But I don't think that would last through it hasn't lasted through my whole lifetime. So I think I don't have one purpose, I have many, and it just sort of changes to what's happening in my environment at the time.
Beautiful. So you're a giver.
Yes, most of the time.
Okay. Now, finally, what is your definition of charity?
Charity. It's helping those who are helping themselves. Helping those achieve what they want to achieve, helping others achieve what they want, as opposed to, I suppose, what I would view as a traditional version of charity is just helping those in need.
Yep.
It's more helping those who want the help.
And that's what we're aspiring to do with Breakaway Spirit, is to provide role models and inspiring people such as yourself to help people who know they want to make a change. They've got fantastic ideas, but they just don't know how to take that next step. And so that's where you and the other business mentors come in to show that it can really happen.
Oh, we need people like you doing that, because seriously, people have got so much in them, and sometimes it's just that little spark that gets you moving, or no spark. If they just start moving and it all comes together, it's amazing.
It is.
It's amazing what people can do. I'm always surprised at what I see.
Fabulous. Now, I'm just having a look at your website, and your boot designs are absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
so,
thank you.
Where can people...
I make them all so I look taller and slimmer.
Oh, of course.
That's my aim.
Where can people find out more information about your business?
Probably jump onto the website, www.bennettsboots.com, so BENNETTSBOOTS.com. We've got Facebook, which is Bennetts Boots Wide Cuff Boots. We've got a blog. We've got a couple of blogs. There's heaps out there.
Okay, beautiful. And is there anything else you'd like listeners to know about your business or products?
Yes, there is. I'll do my little spiel. Bennetts Boots, one of the key things about us in wide cuff boots buying world is that we are actually wide cuff boots. A lot of the wide cuff boots out in the market now are average size boots with a bit of elastic in them. So a lot of women go in, try them on, they still don't fit because they're not really wide calf, and then they feel bad about themselves, which just frustrates me. So if anyone out there has had that experience, come to us, because we actually do really wide calf boots. We have 3 different calf sizes per boot, and we don't have any elastic because that just sags anyway and looks terrible after a few wears. But if any of you are out there and have tried on so-called wide cuff boots and haven't been able to fit, come to us. We'll have a size for you. We do 24 sizes.
Great. Okay. And people can contact you through the website if they've got any questions with regard to the boots?
Yeah, and they can give us a call, 1300 309 866. Okay. And the girls are really great at sizing over the phone. They really know the stock, so it makes life much easier when you're ordering online or on the phone.
Excellent. Okay, well, thanks so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to share your story with us. And
I'd love to. Spread the word.
Spread the word. Okay, and we look forward to hearing more about Amanda Tallent and Bennetts Boots in the future.
Yay.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thanks.
It's always inspiring to hear from people who've followed their hearts and are creating the lifestyle of their dreams. I hope that you've enjoyed this interview and will look further into the values of honour, courage, passion, purpose and charity to create a happy, fulfilled and successful future. If you know of anyone else who may benefit from this inspirational story, please make sure you share this link on your social media pages or websites. Please support our interviewees by taking the time to check out their websites and products. It's a great way to say thank you for sharing your story. Make sure you subscribe to www.breakawayspirit.com so that we can notify you of upcoming interviews and articles to empower you to allow your breakaway spirit to shine. So until next time, sending confidence and courage your way.